The moment has arrived. The stage is set for a clash of determination, athleticism, skill, and tactical brilliance. Two teams step onto the field, each seeking a vital victory on their path to a division title, the only way to capture the league pennant. This is Major Sim Baseball. Driven by the spirit of competition on every play, we present baseball at its finest. Settled between the white lines, the most skilled sim professional ball players compete for the championship of the National Baseball League. This contest on that journey, now before us, is engaged. This is the Baseball Observer. Time for opening day. Major Sim Baseball. All hail the defending champion Seattle Cascades. From Wrigley Field, the Chicago Blue Sox host the Indy Racers on opening day. Starting lineups. First for the Indy Racers, managed by Kay Aspermonte. The Racers are the defending Eastern Conference pennant winners. Batting first, playing right field, number 15, Dusty Baker. Batting second, playing first base, number 24, Tony Perez. Batting third, playing left field, number 26, Billy Williams. Batting cleanup, playing center field, number 9, center fielder Larry Heisel. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 25, Buddy Bell. Batting sixth, playing second base, number 23, Tito Fuentes. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 6, Eli Rodriguez. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 20, Juan Beniquez. Batting ninth, the starting pitcher, number 40, Rick Wise. He's 27 years old. And now the starting lineup for the homestanding Chicago Blue Sox. Managed by Jay Filippi. Batting first, playing right field, number 16, Pete Rose. Batting second, playing center field, number 1, Johnny Grubb. Batting third, playing left field, number 27, Bob Watson. Batting cleanup, playing first base, number 5, George Scott. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 15, Denny Doyle. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 8, Andy Etchebarren. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 10, Gene Alley. Batting eighth, playing third base, number 19, Rod Gilbreth. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher, number 38, Gary Nolan. He's 24 years old. "21,000 fans in the stands, partly cloudy, 39 degrees, wind blowing out to center at 9 miles per hour. Play ball." Welcome to opening day in Chicago. The Blue Sox are set to play the Racers. It's partly cloudy. Temperature is 39 degrees. Wind blowing out the center should help the hitters. Let's get it started. That's hit in the ground and it's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man is on for Indianapolis. So let's see here. A couple of housekeeping things. See all kinds of settings here. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, I guess that's the best I can do. Can't see the center fielder. Let's see what we got here. Dusty Baker is on first base with a leadoff single. Tony Perez will come to the plate. The Racers lost the World Sim to the Seattle Cascades in 6 games. There's a ground ball to the shortstop, second for 1. No play to first. Dusty Baker seems to be in pain. Trainer examines his right shoulder, but it's not serious. He can remain in the game. Okay, here is Billy Williams, left-hand hitter, versus the right-hand pitcher, Gary Nolan. Perez at first. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball. The pitcher has it. He throws the second, and he gets him for the second out. The batter is right-hand hitter Larry Heisel. He is a free agent signing of the Racers. Here's the pitch from Nolan, righty versus righty. That's it on the ground. And that retires the side. What happened? Ground ball unassisted to first base. U3. That retires the side. Nothing on a hit for the Racers. All right. Now it's defensively for Indianapolis. All right, Pete Rose will lead it off for Chicago. Here's the pitch. Sit on the ground to bat past the shortstop in the center field for a base hit. The leadoff man is on. Good speed at first. Here's Johnny Grubb, left-hand hitter. He's the center fielder. The 0-1. He squares and he bunts it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that ball gets away. The runner does not attempt to advance. Johnny Grubb will step back in. 2-2. That's it in the air to right field. He'll make the catch. And that's the first out. Here's Bob Watson. Number 3 hitter, left fielder. Righty versus righty. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner going. Throw down, and he's safe. Pete Rose steals second base. His first steal of the season. Rose in scoring position. Bob Watson will step back in. Opening day here at Wrigley Field. The Blue Sox facing the Racers. The full count pitch. Ground ball to third. Throws in time. And that ends the inning. That's the second out. Rose at second. Second out. Right-hand hitter George Scott is up, the cleanup hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's it high. It's hit far. And it will leave the yard. 2-run home run for George Scott. And he puts the Blue Sox on top 2-0. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. 388 feet to left field. 100 miles an hour off the bat, 33-degree launch angle. He turned around a 78-mile-an-hour changeup off of Rick Wise. George Scott touches them all. Good old number 5. Pete Rose scores ahead of him. Chicago leads 2-0. The left-hand hitter Denny Doyle will step to the plate. He's the number 5 hitter. Second baseman, no balls, 1 strike. Ground ball to the shortstop. He has it. Throws the first in time. Now the side is retired. Chicago puts two runs on the board, and the Blue Sox grab the lead 2-0. Top of the second inning, it'll be Bell, Fuentes, and Rodriguez due up. Righty versus righty. Here's the 1-1. That's hit in the air to right field. He runs toward the foul line, and he'll make the grab. 1 out. Here's left-hand hitter Tito Fuentes. 1 ball, no strikes. That's on the ground to the mound. Pitcher picks it up, throws the first in time. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Ellie Rodriguez, the number 7 hitter. He's the catcher. Here's the 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. That's hit sharply to right field, base hit. 2 out base hit for Ellie Rodriguez. Decent speed at first. The batter, right-hand hitter Juan Beniquez. The shortstop is the number 8 hitter. Righty versus righty. Here's the 0-2. That's on the ground. Second baseman has it. Throws the first to retire the side. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. A man left on. Blue Sox lead 2-0. Bottom of the second inning. For Chicago, it'll be Etcheberry, Alley, and Gilbreth due up. Rick Wise on the mound for Indianapolis, Indy. They've shortened their name to Indy. And 19 pitches for him so far. 2 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. Here's the pitch to Etcheberry. He hits that sharply into left field, but he's there to make the catch. 1 out. Here's Gene Alley. Here's the pitch to him. That's on the ground to first. He has it, takes it himself for the second out. Here's right-hand hitter Rod Gilbreth. Number 8 hitter, the third baseman. First pitch. That's in the air. Center fielder running toward right, and he'll make the play to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Clean inning for the Racers. Through 2, there's a score of 2-0 Chicago. Top of the third inning for Indy. It'll be the 9-hitter pitcher, Rick Wise, followed by the leadoff man, Dusty Baker, then Tony Perez. Here's the pitcher, Rick Wise. The pitch to him. He swings and misses. Strike 3. That's the first out. Here's the leadoff man, Dusty Baker. He's 1 for 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. He has it. Throws him out. 2 out. Right-hand hitter Tony Perez is 0 for 1. And here's the no ball, 1 strike pitch. That's in the air to center. He's waiting on it and makes the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Indy. Chicago leads 2-0. Bottom of the third inning, Chicago at bat with the lead 2-0. It'll be Nolan, Rose, and Grubb, the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Here's the pitcher, Grubb. Gets that ball weakly up the middle, and it's a base hit. The pitcher is on with a leadoff single. Here's Pete Rose, the leadoff man, left-hand hitter. He's 1 for 1. First pitch to him. He hits it on the ground to second. He'll go to second base for 1, and that's a force play. Fielder's choice. Rose is safe at first. 1 out. Rose at first. The batter, left-hand hitter Johnny Grubb. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Rose is going, and he'll steal second. The batter strikes out. That's the second out, and Rose is safe at second base. So Chicago has a runner in scoring position with 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Right-hand hitting Bob Watson will step to the plate. He's 0 for 1. The 2-2 is hit up the middle. Base hit past the shortstop. Rose is rounding third, and he's hit it home. There's a throw, and it's cut off. Rose will score. And the Chicago Blue Sox lead 3-0. RBI for Bob Watson. Here's George Scott, cleanup hitter. He has a home run and 2 runs batted in. First pitch to him. That's on the ground to the shortstop. He grabs it, throws, and he gets him. Side retired. 1 run on 2 hits. The Blue Sox improve their lead to 3-0. Top of the fourth, it'll be Williams, Heisel, and Bell, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. Here's Billy Williams. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's hit in the air. It's deep, and that ball will leave the yard. Long gone. Solo home run for Billy Williams. That's his first of the season. And Indy now leads and is on the board, trailing 3-1. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. 415 feet, 107 miles an hour off the bat, 30-degree launch angle, 89-mile-an-hour fastball from Gary Nolan, turned around by sweet-swinging Billy Williams. He touches them all. Good old number 26. Here's Larry Heisel, the cleanup hitter. He's 0 for 1. Chicago leads by 2, 3-1. Top of the fourth inning. Opening day at Wrigley Field. The second season of Major Sim Baseball. Pop-up on foul ground. The catcher is there to catch the pop-up for the first out. Here's Buddy Bell. He's 0 for 1. That's a ground ball. The second baseman has it. Throws the first in time. 2 out. Left-hand hitter Tito Fuentes will step up. He's 0 for 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Delivery. Ground ball to third. He has it. Throws the first in time. Side retired. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Indy edges nearer. It's 3-1. Bottom of the fourth inning. Chicago at bat. Left-hand hitting Denny Doyle will step to the plate. He's 0 for 1. It'll be Doyle, Echeverria, and Alley 2 up. In 3 innings of work, right-hand pitcher Rick Wise has thrown 44 pitches. He's allowed 4 hits, 3 earned runs. He's walked no one and struck out 1 batter. Here's the first pitch to the leadoff man. Ground ball to first. He has it. Takes it himself for the first out. Tony Perez, the first baseman for Indy, makes the play. Here's right-hand hitting Andy Echeverria. The catcher is 0 for 1. Righty versus righty. 1 ball, no strikes. In the air to right field. And he makes the play for his second out. Right-hand hitting Gene Alley is up. He's the number 7 hitter. 0 for 1. The 0-2. No, he doesn't go 0-2. First pitch is hit safely into right field. That's a base hit with 2 out. Here's Gene Alley at first. Good speed. The batter is right-hand hitting Rod Gilbreth. The number 8 hitter is 0 for 1. Full count. And it's strike 3 called. That's the inning. Fastball at 92. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A runner left on base. Chicago up 3-1. Through 4 innings, it's 1 run on 3 hits for Indy, 3 runs on 5 hits for Chicago. It'll be Rodriguez, Benitez, and Wise, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up for Indy. Righty versus righty. Here's the pitch. That's on the ground. The second baseman can't get it. Base hit, right field. Leadoff man is on. Ellie Rodriguez at first base. The batter is Juan Benitez. The shortstop is 0 for 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The slider, 84. And that's the first out. Here's right-hand hitting Rick Wise, the pitcher. He's 0 for 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's 2 out. Rodriguez at first. 2 away now. And here's the leadoff man, Dusty Baker. 1 for 2 today. The pitch to him. And that's hit in the air. Center field. He's there. He'll make the catch to retire the side. 5th inning is over for Indy. Nothing but 1 hit. The score remains 3-1. Chicago. Bottom of the 5th inning. For Chicago, it'll be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. The pitcher, Nolan, then Rose and Grubb. Due up. Full count pitch to the pitcher. And they walk him. And the pitcher draws a base on balls to lead off the inning. And the leadoff man, Pete Rose, will step to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Righty versus lefty. Full count. The payoff. That misses, ball 4, and Rose will take first base. The pitcher on second. Pete Rose at first. Nobody out. The batter, left-hand hitter Johnny Grubb. He's 0 for 2. Righty versus the left-hand hitter. He squares, and he missed it. No balls, 1 strike. 2-2 pitch. That's hit in the air. And that'll be caught by the right fielder. The runners do not advance. That's the first out of the inning. Right fielder Dusty Baker will catch it for Indy. Here's the right-hand hitting Bob Watson, number 3 hitter. He's 1 for 2 with a run batted in. That's in the air to center field. He runs toward left and makes the catch for the second out. Center fielder Larry Heisel makes the play. Here's George Scott, the right-hand hitter. He's the cleanup hitter. 1 for 2 with a home run and 2 runs batted in. The pitch to him, he hits it on the ground to short. He'll take it the short way to second and force the runner at second base. Inning over. Chicago gets nothing and strands a pair. Blue Sox remain in front 3-1. We've played 5 innings. Chicago leads 3-1 here on opening day at Wrigley Field. The second season of Major Sim Baseball, the National Baseball League. Play the nimble way. Leading off for Indy will be Tony Perez, followed by Billy Williams and Larry Heisel. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball weakly to the mound. The pitcher picks it up. He'll throw to first to get him. First out. Batter is left-hand hitting Billy Williams. He's 1 for 2 with a home run and a run batted in. Of course, a run scored. The 1-1 pitch. That's in the air. On the infield. The second baseman races toward the mound and will make the catch. 2 out. Here's right-hand hitting Larry Heisel. He's 0 for 2. He hits that sharply in the right field. That's a base hit. First base hit of the season for Heisel, and he's on first with 2 out. Top of the 6th inning. Indy trails by 2, 3-1. The batter is right-hand hitting Buddy Bell, the number 5 hitter, 0 for 2. Heisel at first, good speed aboard. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out pitch. That's in the air. Center fielder racing toward the infield. He'll make the catch. Side retired. Racers get nothing and leave 1. The score is still 3-1. Bottom of the 6th inning. For Chicago, it'll be Doyle, Etchebarren, and Alley due up. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Rick Wise, in 5 innings of work, has thrown 77 pitches. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. That's in the air to right field. The right fielder's there to make the catch of the line drive. 1 away. Right-hand hitting Andy Etchebarren will step in. He's 0 for 2. Righty versus righty. No balls, 1 strike. That's in the air, and that's a base hit. In the gap to the wall. He'll round first and hit for second. He slides into second with a double. He was hitless in 2 at-bats, but now he's on second with a double. He's 1 for 3. 1 out, the batter, right-hand hitting Gene Alley. That's hit in the air to left field. He has it, and he catches it. 2 out now. Chicago with a man in scoring position. They lead by 2. Right-hand hitting Rod Gilbreath will step in. He's 0 for 2. The pitch to him. They intentionally walk him with first base open. 2 men on, 2 men out. The batter right-hand hitting the pitcher, Gary Nolan. He's 1 for 1. Full count pitch. Strike 3 called, and they strike him out. 3rd strikeout for Rick Wise. Inning over. 2 base runners in the inning, but the Blue Sox do nothing with them. No change in the score. The Blue Sox still up 3-1. Top of the 7th inning. For Indy, it'll be Fuentes, Rodriguez, and Beniquez due up. 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Here's Tito Fuentes, left-hand hitter. He's 0 for 2. Versus the righty Nolan. That's in the air. On the infield. Second baseman is there. He makes the catch behind second base. First out. Right-hand hitting Ellie Rodriguez. 2 for 2 today. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The delivery. That's in the air, center field. He's there. Makes the catch. 2 out. Right-hand hitting Juan Beniquez will step to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Righty versus righty. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's hit hard up the middle, base hit. 2 out, base knock for Juan Beniquez. Good speed aboard. The pitcher, Rick Wise. 2 out. They trail by 2. Pickoff move. And he got him. Picked him off first base. Side retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Nobody left on. Score is 3-1 Chicago. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join us in singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Bottom of the 7th inning. Chicago leads here on opening day 3-1 at Wrigley Field. The top of the order for the Blue Sox, Pete Rose, Johnny Grubb, and Bob Watson due up. Right-hand pitcher versus the left-hand hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That's on the ground to the mound. He picks it up. He'll fire the first in time. Nice play by the first baseman, Perez. 1 out. Here's Johnny Grubb, left-hand hitter. Righty versus lefty. That's in the air, and that's a base hit. And that'll go all the way to the wall. That's extra bases. Slides in the second safely with a double. So Grubb is on second with a double. And the batter is right-hand hitting Bob Watson. The number 3 hitter is 1 for 3 with a run batted in. They lead 3-1. And they'll put him on first base with the first base open. 1 out, 2 men on. And the batter is right-hand hitting George Scott, the cleanup hitter. 1 for 3, home run, 2 runs batted in. 2 balls, 1 strike. And he's trying to steal third, the throw down, and he's safe. Johnny Grubb steals third base. The runner on first stays put. 1 out, runners on the corners for Chicago. George Scott will step in, full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, the curveball. 72 miles an hour gets him. 2 out now. Here's the left-hand hitter, Denny Doyle. The second baseman is 0 for 3 today. Righty versus lefty. 1-1 pitch. That's in the air on the infield. The second baseman is racing in to make the catch of the pop-up. Side retired. Blue Sox get 2 blue runners but do not score. The score is still 3-1. We go to the top of the 8th inning. For Indy, it'll be Alou, the pinch hitter, followed by Baker and Perez. Matty Alou, the left-hand hitter, will pinch hit for the pitcher. The right-hand Nolan, in 7 innings of work, has thrown 79 pitches. He's allowed 6 hits, 1 earned run, and he struck out 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That's high, ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches. The leadoff man is on first. The batter is the leadoff hitter, Dusty Baker. He's 1 for 3. 1 ball, no strikes. That's in the air, on the infield. Just on the outfield grass, the second baseman will make a play, and that's the first out. Denny Doyle for Chicago makes the play. Here's Tony Perez, the number 2 hitter, 0 for 3. Alou at first, 1 out. Indy trails by 2. Top of the 8th inning, opening day in Chicago. Here's the first pitch to him. That's it in the air to left. He's there to make the catch. 1 away. 2 away, I'm sorry. Left-hand hitter Billy Williams steps in. 1 for 3 with a home run and a run batted in. 1-1. That's in the air on the infield. The shortstop moves toward the base and makes the catch of the pop-up. Side retired. No runs, no hits, a runner left on. Blue Sox still out in front, 3-1. Chicago comes to the plate, bottom of the 8th inning, leading by 2, 3 runs on 7 hits. Echeverren, Alley, and Gilbreth due up. The batter, Andy Echeverren. The catchers, 1 for 3. New pitcher for Indy, it's left-hand pitcher John Morris. He has a fastball slider combination. Neither pitch is highly rated. His personality, Morris works hard at his craft. High on loyalty and work ethic. Low on financial ambition. Decent defender. His morale is normal. Here's the pitch to Etchebarren, right, lefty versus righty. The 0-1. That's hit sharply to second. He has it. He'll throw to first in time. 1 away. Tito Fuentes makes the play to Tony Perez for Indy. Right-hand hitting Gene Alley will step in for Chicago. He's 1 for 3. The 0-2. That's up the middle. Base hit by the shortstop. 1 out hit for Gene Alley. The batter, Rod Gilbreth, the number 8 hitter. He's the third baseman. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to him. That's on the ground. Shortstop. It's by him into first, into center. And they scored a single. Looks like he had a play to me. 2 men on, 1 man out. Here's Gary Nolan, the pitcher. 1 for 2. Nolan has gone all the way so far. He's batting. He is that into left field for a base hit. That'll score a run. The runner's hit it home. The throw home is not in time. It's offline. The Nolan single scores 1, and the Blue Sox increase their lead to 4-1. So Gary Nolan helps his cause as Pete Rose steps to the plate. 2 men on, 1 out. Lefty versus the right-hand hitter. He hits that in the air to left field. And he catches it for the out. 2 out. Billy Williams in left. The Gold Glover makes the play. Here's the left-hand hitter, Johnny Grubb, facing the left-hand pitcher, John Morris. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Side retired. Blue Sox score 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on. Chicago builds on their lead. It's 4-1. Top of the 9th inning, Indianapolis needs 3 to tie. Here's Larry Heisel. He'll lead off the top of the 9th. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. Nolan trying to go the distance. That's on the ground. Shortstop has it. Throws the first in time. 1 away. Shortstop Gene Alley makes the play to first baseman George Scott for Chicago. Here's the right-hand hitting Buddy Bell. He's 0 for 3. He's the number 5 hitter. 2-1 to the third baseman. 1 out. Nobody on. That's in the air, center field. And he's there. 2 out. And the Racers are down to their last out. The left-hand hitter Tito Fuentes will step to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Right-hand pitcher versus the left-hand batter. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That's in the air on the infield. And it's on the outfield. It's in the foul ground. The catch is made, and that's your ball game. The Blue Sox down the Racers 4-1. And Chicago starts the season 1-0. And the Racers start the season 0-1. Here's the totals for today's game. For the victorious Chicago Blue Sox, 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Chicago left 10 men on base. For Indy, Indianapolis. For Indy, 1 run on 6 hits, no errors. And Indy left 5 men on base. Blue Sox rack up 4-1 win versus Indy. The 1973 season is off to a good start for the Chicago Blue Sox. The hometown Blue Sox knocked off the Indy Racers 4-1 at Wrigley Field. Chicago pitcher Gary Nolan faced his team to the win. Nolan last year was 15-14. 291 in the third innings pitch. He walked 52 and struck out 186 batters, 2.78 ERA in 36 games. The Blue Sox got a big at-bat from first baseman George Scott. For the game, Scott went 1 for 4 with a home run while adding 2 RBI and scoring 1 in the bottom of the first with a runner on second. He stroked a 2-run home run, his first home run off of the season. gave Chicago a 2-0 lead. I still think this team can play even better, Nolan told the Chicago Chronicle. Let's see. Ellie Rodriguez went 2 for 3 for Indy. Dean Alley for Chicago went 2 for 4 with a run scored. Pete Rose stole 2 bases. Johnny Grubb stole 1. 3 total stolen bases for Chicago in this game. The winner, Gary Nolan, he went the distance, 9 innings pitched. 6 hits allowed. 1 run, it was earned. 1 walk, struck out 3. 1 home run allowed. He threw 96 pitches. His ERA is 1. Rick Wise gets the loss. He's 0-1, 7 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 3 earned runs. He walked 4, struck out 4, 1 homer allowed. He threw 104 pitches. His ERA is 3.86. Player of the game is starter Gary Nolan for Chicago. 21,000 fans in the stand. 39 degrees. Whew. And the season is underway. The 1973 championship season for Major Sim Baseball, the National Baseball League, is underway. The Western League. Looking at some of the matchups. Portland hosts Salt Lake City. Nolan Ryan for Portland against Phil Necro for Salt Lake City. How about Dallas at Phoenix? Don Sutton for Phoenix versus Vida Blue for Dallas. Houston hosting Las Vegas. Jim Palmer versus Ron Reed for Las Vegas. Oh, here's one. Baltimore hosting Charlotte. This was the race last year. Baltimore won 91 games. Charlotte won 97. Matlack versus Carlton. 2 20-game winners last year. Carlton won 24. Matlack won 22. Matlack's ERA was 1.85. Carlton 1.47. Pitchers duel. So I may sit in with some of these games. We'll see. We're underway. The standings are not bare. Chicago is in first place in the East Northern Division. Indy is in last place. Long way to go. This is the Baseball Observer.